25 years of marriage and you have nothing to say? I'll just say it. I slept with someone.
If you keep talking, I'm going to get out of the car.
I think the fact that I did it, it just shows how broken we are.
Okay.
How much we really... Oh, my God! Cal!
That clip from Crazy Stupid Love, that was a good movie, by the way.
It was a really funny movie.
And it really was all about a marriage that sort of had hit that point at where the spark was gone. And we're talking today about how to recognize that trouble before you get to the point where you're jumping out of the car.
Dr. Audrey Nelson, the author of Code Switching, How to Talk So Men Will Listen, is here to talk about this and the signs that you know your relationship might be in trouble.
You got a new book, by the way, yes?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Chris.
The Gender Communication Handbook, which is really what we're talking about today, how you can communicate better and recognize the signs in your relationship.
Okay,
sure.
So the first sign of relationship trouble.
Right. Before we jump into the first sign, which is change of habits, but I just want to say a couple preliminary things.
Okay.
I have an idea from a communication perspective, which has been my work for 35 years. Every couple ought to sit down and create a communication prenuptial agreement.
What is that?
So we sit down, we're engaged now, let's talk about and let's set up, I mean, we do this in corporate America. Why can't you do it in relationships? Let's set up rules for how we're going to communicate with each other.
Great.
One, we're going to promise if we ever feel uncomfortable or awkward, no matter how difficult or painful, I'm going to share it with you, honey. Second is, times are different now, and I like the segment you showed from Crazy Stupid Love. It's a shared equal opportunity now, having affairs.
Women can do it, men
Women
can do it.
are jumping up in numbers, you know, and I'm not sanctioning this, I'm just saying
it's reality.
It is, back in the day, we used to always think it was men.
Right.
So let's go to the first one, change in habits.
Number one sign your relationship's in trouble.
Change in habits. You know, he was always home, or she was always home at 6 for dinner. Well, now there's this new weekly meeting that he has to go on. And all of a sudden, he's required to go on business trips. So just a change in habits. A shift.
Doesn't necessarily mean it, but it
doesn't
it's a
mean
red
it,
light.
but that would catch your attention.
Sure.
It doesn't, may not mean anything, got my attention.
All right. Number two.
Second one, shut down in communication. Wow, we used to be talkative and interactive. We're not anymore. You're quiet at dinner. You're not even engaging the children. Shut down in communication.
Okay. Sure.
Here's another big one. As affairs go on, people become more bold.
Okay.
So now she's getting phone calls and she needs to take it outside. What? You even took phone calls from the boss in the house.
Got it.
And
so
I could hear it.
If they're grabbing the phone and running outside.
What's this new need for privacy? And here's a fourth one that I think it's kind of sad. And when you get to about this stage, it is time to say something, which is they start finding fault in you. Wow, you put on a few pounds. Or what's going to happen this summer when you got to get in that bathing suit and you look, you know, they start finding fault in you. And they didn't before.
Okay.
See, and that's a sign
Are
of
any
their
of these ringing a bell for you? They're not for me.
No, thankful.
No.
I think I'm all right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And then, you know, here's usually the real killer, number 5, a loss of interest in intimacy. Folks, they're getting it someplace else. So, as B.B. King said, the thrill is gone. You know, it ain't with you. They're getting it from someone else.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the 5 signs that
Those
you
are
could
the
be in
5
trouble.
signs. You got all 5 of these going?
You
Time
better
to say
okay,
something.
we need to save for another day. Then what? I mean, there are people out there
right.
probably thinking, oh no.
Right.
But the
So
bottom
what do
line
you
is,
do?
although we're out of
Sure.
time, you would suggest
Say
communicating
something.
it.
Yeah.
Say something.
I think something's up. Here's why. Cite these things.
Okay.
All right, good advice.
Wow.
And once again, your new book, we love it.
Thank you.
It's available
the gender
everywhere?
communication everywhere. Amazon, Barnes and Noble, everywhere.
Sounds good. I was 0 of 5.
Woo, I think we're in good shape.
I'm going to
Thank
go
you.
home
Some
tonight
great
and make sure
information, though.
nobody's getting it anywhere else.
Bullets.
You're going to get it right here.